Good Friday afternoon, everyone. Hope all of you are having a great Friday. Almost quitting time for most of you that are in the working world. I was going to have a hangout, but I don't really have the time before Thomas gets home. And today was his Friday to work. He only has to work a Friday um, a month. So I try to spend the time that I can with him when he has his short weekends. But I wanted to say this. I haven't really gone back on Periscope yet since all that happened. So instead of going to Periscope like I normally would, I'm just quickly going to do this here. I had several friends that have reached out to me today that, they're so kind and loving and concerned, and they're very upset with the lies and the content and everything that Boris has been spewing on Periscope. And I just want to put this out there for all of you. He has no ability to hurt me ever again. Ever. I'm past that. I'm beyond that. Uh, the bigger question, in my mind would be, why does he want to hurt me? I don't understand that. I don't know what it is that I supposedly did to him that has made him go on this huge tear, trashing Heather, or as he says, Feather. Um, Never will understand that. Quite honestly, don't spend a lot of time thinking about it. But when I do think about it, all I can think is thank God that I got away from this, because he is in no way, shape, form, or fashion the person that I thought he was. And he's probably the person he's always been. But as my friend Tracy says, I was looking at things through rose colored glasses. And you see things differently that way. But he has no ability to hurt me with anything that he says. I guess today he was saying that now he agrees with Kat. Well, that's today. Tomorrow he will be agreeing with someone else. I mean, this has been the roller coaster that it has been ever since I've known him. When I met him, as everyone knows, he was in a huge fight with Kat, Rory, and Corey Sofuggett. And because of the lies that Kat and Vegas were telling on me, when he started defending me and saying, "Oh, I see your point. I see what she's doing. She's done this to me. She's doxed me. She's attacked me, yada, yada, yada." I thought that I had someone who was being supportive to something that I was going through. And then we all know the rest of the story of everything that happened. But, you know, who knows what his real feeling of all this is? Nobody will ever know, because his feelings are based on a bitter, middle aged man that never leaves his home except to go to work when he is working, um, who spends all of his time trolling on the internet and trashing women. And that's been his MO well before I even knew who he was. I mean, this is a man who brags about the fact that he trolled on AOL so much that he was publicly banned there from life for life. And that was 15, 20 years ago. So that means that his trolling and causing problems and everything on the internet has been going on for 20 years, just that we know of. You know, if Kat wants to be his friend, if she wants to trust him, I don't care. That's on her. You know, she knows that he's the one that she was confiding in last May of 2018. She was confiding in him and crying to him on the phone about, getting a divorce and being put out of the house, and that she couldn't drive and all the things about her divorce. He and I weren't speaking, and he sought me out to come and tell me all that and show me all of her paperwork, and got me to go live on May the 11th, 2018, sharing all this information about her divorce, which I was glad to do, because this is a woman that has stalked and harassed me for 4.5 years now. So, of course, I was glad to do that. But I'm just saying this is a pattern for him that he goes back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And he's had to realize at this point, there's no coming back to me. I'm never going back again. Not ever. His lies don't hurt me. Supposedly, I heard last night someone said that his new thing that he's doing is that he's going to make all my friends hate me. So he's going to make up lies that I've supposedly said about my friends in order to try to turn them against me. Okay, if our friendship is that fragile, then you're really kind of doing me a favor because all of my friends know what a liar you are. So I feel very confident. Nobody's going to believe you. Nobody. I could do the same thing. I could come on here and say, oh, he said this, that, and the other. Did y'all know that Boris lost his best friend because he got caught popping his drugs? Yep, sure did. MS, and he's no longer allowed to go to Joe's house because he got caught in Joe's drugs and he's no longer allowed to go over there. See, I could stoop to that level, but I'm not going to. I'm not interested enough in anything that's going on with him to care. I don't watch him. I don't listen to him. The last thing that I listened to him say was weeks and weeks and weeks ago on a YouTube video when he was talking about Debbie Areola. And I think it was something called Tutucci or something like that. And he said, I don't regret anything I did to Debbie Areola. In fact, I would do it again. So me listening to him now, being from under his spell or whatever it was, with my, as Tracy says, my rose-colored glasses smashed, it makes me physically ill to even hear his voice because I hear the evil in him and the bitterness and the lies and everything else. And I just want no part of it. I want no part of it. So my thing is here to my friends that love and care about me, do not worry. He doesn't hurt me. He doesn't. He has absolutely no power to hurt me whatsoever. Not ever again, will he? I'm blessed. I'm really, really blessed that the biggest mistake I ever made in my life, which was him, didn't cost me more than it did. I don't take that blessing lightly. Apparently he thinks that he can sit and just talk about me and that he can, try to dictate still what I say and what I don't say. Someone sent me some screenshots last night. Somebody had asked me in my hangout, sorry, I can't remember who, does he take care of himself? Because it's obvious he doesn't take care of his pets because you can hear that, the pets, their toes have never been clipped. I guess somebody said that their nails have never been clipped. Somebody said he cages the cat. As I've said before, he has no heat. All he uses is a space heater in one little room. So, to me, that's abuse to the animals right there because when he's at work, they have no heat whatsoever. So someone had asked me that and I answered it. And now he's, I guess, turned that around to something about that I'm trying to diagnose him. Quite honestly, and this is going to sound very, very harsh, I care so little about anything that goes on with him. He could drop dead and it's not going to faze me. I mean, that's just the honest truth. That's how disattached I am from him and the whole situation. There's nothing he can do that's going to hurt me again. If Cat wants to fall for his lies and believe it and trust him, as Vegas seems to have done and the Misfits seem to have done, that's on you. They're going to end up regretting it. I mean, because he would be talking a year ago, May, he would be talking to Vegas on the phone or texting with her, and he would be sending me screenshots of everything they were saying or typing to me everything she was saying while she was on the phone with him. he had troll accounts go in, like the one that had her son's name to it. I don't remember what it was now, but that was Boris's troll account. And he would go in and, say things about her being a drunk and, pretending to be like her son talking, my mommy's a drunk and stuff like that. Was all Boris that did all of that. And excuse me, I'm still drinking hot tea because I still have voice issues. Um, they know that he called me back and was telling me everything that they had ever confided in him. He's done that repeatedly. That's not going to change. That's who he is. And I don't care if they trust him or not. I don't care if they align with him or not. What are they really getting when they align with him? Nothing. Nobody likes Boris. Nobody's ever liked Boris. They only liked him and went to his channel because of me. Apparently, he says after Celeste's big expose of me that I'll be off the internet. No, I won't. Celeste has nothing on me except a bunch of lies. And, depending on how long this big expose is or whatever, depends on if I address it or not. But I've already been pointing out her lies. For the past week, that woman has not said one honest thing about me at all. At all. So I really don't care what she has to say. Most people know what Celeste is about. Most people knew what she was about before I knew what she was about. I've had people come to me that was like, yeah, I thought you knew that she was a snake. I thought you knew, blah, blah, blah. No, because I didn't know her. We've never been friends. I mean, I talked about yesterday the very little bit of things that, I did know about her. Last year at this time, she was planning this big expose on Tanya. I don't know if this is what she does to get attention or whatever, but I mean, let me just remind people. Dave, Boris, Chandra, Pistol Vixen, Kat, Rory, Boris, and now Celeste. She's the 7th person that has tried to have an expose on me to take me down. And I'm still here. Mallory, 8 people. I'm still here. I'm not afraid of anything you have to say, because here's the thing. Most of the people that have watched me, even watched me silently, people that, just watch and don't really comment on YouTube or anything, they've written to me throughout, the past 4.5 years with their support, plus my openly supportive friends that I have that have been with me and watching me the whole time. They know what I say. I don't go in private chats. I don't say things in green rooms or anywhere else that I would not say openly to the public. There's nothing, my meaning to that is there's absolutely nothing Celeste can put out there that my supporters and friends that love me have not already heard, because they've been watching me the whole time. So, I don't know what to say about that. I don't care. I'm not intimidated by anything that she is going to put out there or anything else that anybody's going to put out there. Pretty much my life has been an open book at this point, and everything that people have come at me with to try to take me down has done just the opposite. So, my life is not the internet. I'm not Boris. I don't sit at home alone in a cold house, bitter, trying to hate on and lie about and cause problems with someone that I once claimed to love. I don't do that. I wasn't even mentioning him when he started this attack on me. So, it is what it is. It's awfully funny that he says, oh, she's not going to be on the internet very long because everybody's going to be hating me. Dude, that's why you're never on YouTube, because you're hated and nobody comes to your hangouts to watch you. If you didn't have the misfits up your ass, you wouldn't have anybody watching you on Scope. That's the thing. Nobody likes you because of you, the person that you are. It's going on I guess February will be 5 years since you came to YouTube and Boyd. People know what you're about. They know exactly what Boris Zoloft is about. And they know that all you have done for the past 5 years is fight with, attack with, lie about, and flip flop regarding women and men on the internet. I understand that you were hating on Tucker too. Tucker's done nothing to you. Tucker doesn't care that you don't like him, I'm sure. Not speaking for you, Papa Tucker, but I am quite sure that you don't go to bed at night concerned if Boris Zoloft thinks that you're a nice person or not. I mean, let's remember, this is a man who said that Tucker used his ill-gotten gains to buy hard off the black market. Plus all the horrible things that he has said about Heather. This is a man who has no feeling or emotion for anybody whatsoever. Whatsoever. He is a number one narcissist. If you look up narcissist, he is a textbook narcissist. He is a Ted Bundy that, as far as we know, has not killed yet, but he's definitely on the road of Ted Bundy with the charm and getting people to do his bidding for him and everything else. I don't care what he has to say. I don't think about what he has to say. I truly swear to God on a stack of Bibles, do not listen to him, because I don't want to hear his voice. I don't want anything to do with him. But the lies that I have been told he has said, he has surpassed Dave in the lie department. So that's why he's now referred to as lying, crying Boris, because he's right up there with Dave. I understand now that someone said he and that Sig had made up. The only reason that they would make up is because he's wanting to, have some part of Sig doing videos that's probably going to trash me. Again, don't care. I'm not sub to him. I wouldn't have even known anything about that Queen stuff that went on had I not been told about it, because I don't watch any of them. And we see how that flopped. That whole thing was set up to try to piss me off, and I knew what it was from the beginning. From the moment I was told about it and I was told who the contestants were, I knew that it was a total setup. Then I was told that Boris did a video, everybody vote for Rory or whatever. I don't know, because again, I didn't watch it. And again, I knew that it was a setup. They could not even win a rigged race. What does that tell you? Holly won. And it wasn't even her winning fair and square. She won, but they tried everything they could for her not to win. They bought votes. They made troll accounts and voted, and had everybody voting for Vegas under those troll accounts. Kat admitted to it. Kat admitted that the only reason that they did that was to try to piss me off. You didn't piss me off because I knew what you were doing from the get-go. I mean, I'm not stupid. I have been in this rodeo with you people for the past 4.5 years. And it's just wash, rinse, repeat with all of you. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to know what was going on. I never asked to be called queen. Never. It's not something that I started calling myself. It's something that other people started calling me. And of course, I think it's very sweet and kind and lovely. But these people, Kat, Rory, they act like that I did this myself, and I didn't. I did not. Would have never even thought of something like that. So all of that backfired. But I'm sure that that's why he's back in with Sig again, because they want to do more trashing of me or whatever. Go for it. I am not here for anything else except to be with the people that I love and care about, that I have found through this journey here. I have made some awesome, awesome friends. And one last thing about the Boris thing. I was told that he said, something about that he wouldn't have paid any money, like my friend Lisa did, was the one that bought all the divorce papers and paid the money for them. He wouldn't. Well, of course you wouldn't. You're a cheapskate. You won't even pay to have a pizza delivered because you're that damn cheap. Please, of course you wouldn't pay anything. But by golly, you kept asking me, when's Lisa getting those papers? When's Lisa getting those papers? When's she getting them? When's she getting them? And it was on your panel, me, you, and Becca, that read those divorce papers. So don't act like you weren't all up and about them, because you were. And nobody has forgotten that. Nobody has forgotten all the attacks that you've done on Kat and Rory, all the attacks that you did on Kat and Rory and Corey before I even knew who you were. You're no angel, okay? You're not. You have done a lot of damage to a lot of people. Irene is so blinded by her devotion to you that she doesn't even care that behind closed doors you call her a pill popper. Irene, where do you think that Kat and Rory heard that from? I sent you the proof. I sent you the proof where he called you a hooker and a pill popper. And you're still loyal to someone who does that. All right, guys, I'm getting out of here. My husband has just pulled in. I see him pulling into the gate at the complex here. So I'm out of here. To have a wonderful weekend. I hope all of you do too. But please don't think he's hurting me. Don't be upset for me about anything he says about me, because it truly does not matter. It doesn't. I don't care if he hates me. Like I said, the only thing I don't understand is why. Because the only thing I ever did was love, support him, and kiss his ass. And all of you people know that, because all of you people thought I was a fool for doing it. So everybody knows that I had him up on a pedestal. And if he wants to hate on me, that's on him. Hate's going to eat him up, not me. One last thing I do want to read. A dear friend sent this to me this morning. I almost forgot. And it's so true. And I'm going to read it the way that she wrote it. All this stalking and lying and everything that Kat's been saying, people see through it. People see through those lies. And this is, I'm going to read it exactly as my friend wrote it. Kat bullied Lindy publicly starting in 2015 and continues for no other reason than to create drama, conjure up sympathy and pity from viewers. She didn't count on Lindy starting to fight back. That isn't stalking. That's Lindy protecting her reputation. Bam! That's the exact truth right there. Couldn't have put it better myself. On that note, I'm out of here. Have a wonderful weekend. Don't know if I will be back over the weekend or not. We will be back Monday night with Murder and Martinis. It has just been announced in the last 45 minutes to an hour that the Texas Board of Dang it, let's start over. I'm trying to hurry so I can go unlock the door for Thomas. Let's go back a minute and be calmer. Breaking news. The Texas Board of Pardon and Paroles has just recommended a 120-day reprieve in the Rodney Reed execution. He was supposed to be executed on the 20th. Not sure, since it's all breaking right now, if the governor has actually signed off on that or not, but that's big news that they have even suggested that. So we will be talking about that on Monday night, as well as the Susan Smith case. Hope to see you all there if I don't see you all before then, and have a wonderful fall weekend. Bye now.